Good morning, Scotland. Good morning, social media land. I hope you're well. It is Monday, the 7th of April, 2025. I'm going to start by saying this. I am a member of the SNP. Let's get that out of the way. I've stood beside some of the hardest working, most principled people in this party, and I still believe in them. And I also believe, without a fathom of a doubt, that my party has within its membership some of the hardest working activists in Scotland. But here's the truth. I may believe in the party, I may vote for policy at conference, but I put the national cause above any party, including my own. I find it hard, actually baffling, that there are still people in this movement who think political loyalty is more important than Scottish independence. That somehow the path to freedom only counts as if it's walked in one party's shoes. That using any other tool, even one lying right in front of us, is betrayal. We are in a fight for our nation's future, and yet there's a small but loud group who believe that if you dare to use your second vote to strengthen the movement in a different way, that you're a traitor, or a troll, or even a unionist plant. Have you forgotten the mission? Now, last week I posted a video, a calm, respectful, strategic piece of content. I said I was going to give my second vote to Alba. Give it to them, not to make a scene, not to attack the SNP, but because I believe we need more than one tool in this box. Because one party can't and shouldn't carry this burden. The reaction? Outrage, abuse, ridicule. What does that tell me? Well, it told me that something needed to be said. Apparently, I'm crawling out of the woodwork. That is what one comment said. Not that I've been here since before 2014, not that I've marched, campaigned, stood at stalls, stood in the rain, stood in rooms trying to persuade the undecided, but I was crawling out of the woodwork as if I was some kind of pest. That comment came with warnings of party collapse and conspiracy theories ending with a very loud declaration of both votes SNP, as if that slogan is supposed to shut down all debate. Another said I was like Jehovah's Witnesses. The Alba voters were knocking on doors trying to convert people into Alba trolls by explaining how the second vote works. Imagine that. Understanding that the haunt system now makes you a cult recruiter. Since when did political education become a threat to the movement? And isn't there a political education officer in each executive team in each local branch of the SNP? Are we so afraid of people knowing how their vote works that we start to mock them when someone tries to explain it? Then there was the classic, just keep saying piss off to any Green or Alba voters, asking for you to give them their second votes. Wow, I found that mature and strategic. The kind of open-minded, grown-up political approach that will surely win over all those undecided voters. Here's the thing. I'm not offended, I am not hurt, and I've been around too long to take keyboard tantrums personally. But I am concerned because if this is the tone that we're setting inside our own movement, how do we ever expect to inspire trust beyond it? Let's talk about the super user who made the Alba Trolls comment. This person appears on almost every pro-indie Facebook that I've seen. Always shouting SNP 1 and 2, always attacking anything else. In their Facebook profile, their personal one, there's not a single pro-indie post, not a single photo from a march or a rally, Just some anti-Putin content, a couple of memes about how stupid people are, and an account that started round about 21-22. Now, is that someone we should believe in as a voice directing the tone of the digital movement and the digital conversation about independence now? Listen, you don't have to take my word for it. You can find this person on many different Facebook pages. Go and look and judge for yourself before he makes his account private. Then ask the question, why is it always these kinds of accounts that are shouting the loudest? Why are the people doing the most dividing always the ones demanding unity and unquestioned loyalty to the party? And beyond that, what about the people in the Yes movement who don't feel represented by the SNP? What about those who are disillusioned with party politics altogether, but still believe that Scotland should be free? Do they not count anymore? Is their voice only valid if it votes the way that someone else demands? We keep saying that the Yes movement is broad, diverse and inclusive, but that's only true if we let it be. Right now it feels like anyone who steps outside the party line is fair game for abuse. And if that's the case, we are truly not a movement. We're a cult. And ask yourself this, is independence only real if it's delivered by one party? Is the second vote strategy actually just a loyalty test? Do you honestly believe that every single one of the nearly 2 million people who support independence all share the exact same view on party politics? If the answer is no, then you're standing with what I believe, and maybe it's time we made ourselves heard a little bit louder. Listen, you can call me a plant, you can laugh at my ability to choose where I want to place my second vote, but I will not apologise for using every tool at our disposal to push this country closer to liberty. You can argue and deny the nuances of our voting system, you can tell lies and mistruths, but if you had just 1 ounce of integrity, 1 crumb of honesty, you would use the links regarding the voting system that we actually use in this country that are available to explain how it works, sitting there on our government's website, our Holyrood Parliament's website. Incidentally, for your information, those links are in the description of this video, right at the top, dead easy to find. Go and use them if you have an inkling of curiosity. I think that it would be comical watching you try to spin your way through that information, then try to force your dishonest narrative on the electorate from them. But you won't, because you can't. From me, again, I will not apologise for believing that pressure from outside of Holyrood is just as important as what happens inside it, and I will not apologise for refusing to pretend that party loyalty matters more than our nation's future. My action to give another party my second vote is not a dividing factor. It is clarity in the use of the tools that we have. And anyway, I don't see the commentators mentioned here in the images doing anything positive to unite the movement, unless of course it's under the banner that they choose to unite under. It's their way or the highway. You're either with them or you're against them. I don't deal in extremes like that. But I want to tell you what I am with. I am with the greater movement, the national cause, that thing that keeps me fighting harder and harder each day. Can you say, without adding a caveat, that you are the same? Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. If you can't handle different opinions in the Yes movement, how on earth will you ever handle independence? Tomorrow we will be calling out that comment that accused me of being a unionist plant. Some will say, "He doth protest too much." I say, grow the hell up and get with the programme being the wider movement. I hope you will join us tomorrow. Unionist plant. Best one yet.
I said I'd vote for a pro-Scottish win, that's no curse. Then came all the screaming, guess I triggered something worse. They called me a deceiver, said I'd sold the nation out. Funny how the faithful always seem to scream and shout. I read the rules, I broke no vow, but you can't handle the reason how. If I'm a traitor, where's your proof? You are running scared and fear the truth. I'm a unionist plant, didn't you know? Here to split the vote and steal the show. I read the system, that's my crime. I don't salute your party line. So burn the witch, accuse the saint, but we all know your words are a feint. But you lose and want someone to blame. Look in the mirror, say your name. You shout both votes S&P like it's a holy command, while Westminster stitch us up with their union hands. And you mock the ones who knock the doors, call them trolls with schemes. But who's the one dividing now, tearing up the dream? You don't want answers, just control. A flag rack throne, a true own goal. You're more obsessed with being right than seeing Scotland win the fight. I'm a unionist plant, didn't you know? Here to split the vote and steal the show. I read the system, that's my crime. I don't salute your party line. So burn the witch, accuse the saint, but we all know your words are a feint. But you lose and want someone to blame. Look in the mirror and say your name. Projection, such a clever trick, make someone else the heretic. But if you hate a different view, what kind of freedom's that to you? I'm a unionist plant, agent provocateur, breaking up your echo chamber, showing it's not pure. You call it faith, I call it spin.